So we've covered how to open, how to be physical, how to hook, how to pass tests. But as you probably noticed, going out and starting to internalize all of this, it's a lot messier in real life than it is in theory. Okay, here we're illustrating all these concepts as if the girls are just standing there, like by themselves, just waiting to be approached, waiting for you to go up and open them, put them through the whole process. But let's be real here, that's rarely the case. Okay, when you go out, especially the hotter the girl, it's pretty rare she's just by herself doing nothing. Okay, she's oftentimes with friends. It could be female friends, it could be male friends. If you go to a nightclub, she could be dancing like crazy in the middle of the dance floor. If you go to a bar, she could be sitting at the bar. If you go to some restaurant, she might be just sitting at a table or in a lobby. If you're out in the street, she could be walking somewhere. And there's a lot more factors that you need to take into account in order to know how to proceed depending on what type of situation you find yourself in. Now, before getting into the different types of scenarios, I just want to set as a general rule that you should always open the girl that you want, no matter what. Okay, it doesn't matter what environment she may find herself in. She could be on the dance floor, she could be on the street, she could be eating at a restaurant, she could be hanging out with her friends. It doesn't matter who she's there with. She could be with 50 people, one friend, one girlfriend, a guy. Always open the girl. Okay, don't go up and talk to her friends first. Don't say hi to the group like, hello group, and talk to them first. Remember what we covered in opening, okay? Setting the frame and just being very clear in your intentions. What are your intentions to get the girl? What are your intentions to be man to woman, okay? Why would you waste your time just going up and talking to her friend if you want the girl? Okay, so jump in, straight line to the girl. Say hi to her and then calibrate after the fact. Okay, if you say hi to her and then the friends are like, who's this guy? Oh, hey, what's up? Then say hi to the friends. Okay, it could be like a millisecond right after, boom. Then you say hi to the friends, but don't say hi to the friends first. Okay, always to the girl, always towards what you want.
I love you. Are you from Oslo?
Yeah.
I love you. I love Norwegian girls. Almost as much as Sweden girls. You speak Swedish? Yeah?
No.
Hey. Oslo as well?
Yeah.
How old are you? Hold me.
20.
So let's start with one of the most common situations you may find yourself in. Basically, a girl with her female friend. Okay, we call this a two-set. Okay, a set basically referring to a group of girls. So it could be two girls, a two-set, three girls, a three-set, so on and so forth. But this is very common. A girl's out with her friend. Now, going about this one here, of course, you're going to follow what I just said before. Go up, talk to the girl, but say you're by yourself and you don't necessarily have someone to, help you out and occupy the friend, you are gonna have to talk to both of them, okay? You can't just ignore the friend in this scenario here. So I'll just go up to the main girl, hey, what's up, how's it going? Oh, hey, what's up? I'm Julian. And then talk to the friend and open her as well. And I'm basically gonna keep the conversation going this way, but the only difference is that when I talk to the girl that I want, I'm going to be man to woman, like she's gonna know, again, my intentions are to fuck her. And when I talk to her friend, I'm still gonna be flirtatious, okay? I'm still gonna flirt with her, but my intentions aren't necessarily going to be to sleep with her, okay? It's more like just flirting for the sake of flirting, and with the main girl, flirting for the sake of fucking, if you will. So I'll just be talking to both of them, joking around, and then every once in a while, just like, boom, look at the girl I want, laser eye contact, talk a little bit more in breaking rapport tonality, challenge her maybe a little bit more, may be a little bit more playful, but I am gonna be talking to the both of them. Now in this scenario here, usually if you're cool enough, you'll notice sometimes the friends will just disappear. If they're roommates, you can kind of just stay along all the way till you go back to their place and the friend goes to sleep. You can sometimes, occasionally if you're lucky, make it happen with the both of them. You could also go out, grab some random guy, out in the venue and throw him on the friend, and he'll occupy the friend. And if you have someone who goes out with you, we call this a wingman, to help you, talk to the friend and pick up girls, then you find yourself in the best possible scenario ever, okay? If it's two girls and two guys, it's perfect, okay? Why? Because basically a lot of responsibility is taken off of the girl's shoulder just by seeing her friend kind of also getting turned on. It's not just her being a slut, it's like, oh, we're both being sluts, so it's okay. And then if you both bring them home together, she feels a lot more at ease because she's not alone with a stranger. Her friend's there as well. You just slowly build it up, like you amp up the download bar. Now when you do this, make sure you do it at the same time and one guy's not going a little faster because then she'll kind of freak out, and then just bring them home that way. Okay, but that, very simple, is a two-set. Don't ignore the friend. Okay, if you're by yourself, talk them both, try to grab a guy. If you have a wingman, perfect. You know, he occupies a friend and you bring them home together.
What are you doing here?
Work.
Traveling?
Work.
Work? For what?
I give conferences, speeches, seminars. Here you're stuck. Shithole of
I was
Oslo.
in LA in October last year.
Now, what if it's more than one girl? You know, sometimes you go in and she's with a huge group of girls, okay? It could be 2, 3, maybe 5 friends of hers, like girls' night out, and she's with this massive group, okay? How to proceed? Basically, the same thing applies as the 2 sets, okay? Like you go up, you introduce yourself to the girl that you want, okay? You don't say hi to the group, and then you calibrate after. Now, if it's a big group, unlike the 2 sets where you're gonna have to say hi to the friend and keep her engaged, now you don't have to as much, okay? Why? Because all the friends can talk to each other. It's not like you're talking to the main girl and the friend's just like, just bored on the side, and at some point she'd be like, well, fuck this guy, let's go, and drag her friend away. Now she can just talk to her other friends. Okay, so you don't have to acknowledge them that much. So when it's a big group, usually you'll go up to the main girl, you'll start talking, and a lot of the times the friends will just be very cool with it, and they'll just kind of like look away, they won't even care. In that case, all good, keep on talking to your girl, but just remember that at some point, you will just want to say hi to the friends just to, you know, show them that you're sex-worthy, show them that they can trust their friend leaving with you, because if they didn't talk to you at all, it does make things a little bit more complicated in terms of bringing the girl home later, because they'll be like, well, why is she going with this stranger? Who is this guy? Okay, so just say hi to them at some point, but always the bare minimum. Okay, bare minimum so they like you, don't get sidetracked, and then back on the main girl.
I'm taller,
I broke the screen and I replaced
smarter,
it.
older. Introduce me to your friends. Be like, this is Alex. I've known him for years.
Hey, this is Alex. I've known him for years.
Hey, nice to meet him.
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
And Marcia.
This is my new girlfriend. Do you approve? Do you think I'm a little too much outside our league?
Maybe a little. Walk in the park, isn't it?
I know.
Some other times though, you might say hi to her and the friends will jump in like, who is this guy? And then quickly calibrate after, say hello, win them over, you know, flirting to flirt, back on the main girl that way, okay? But with the group set, you don't need to worry about having a wingman in there. You don't need to worry about bringing in some random guy. You don't even have to worry about talking to them that much. Just focus on the main girl, do enough so they like you. They'll, you know, sustain themselves and then pull. Now we've covered 2 of the main scenarios that you'll encounter in terms of a girl with female friends, okay, like the 2 set or a bigger group than that. But what if there are male friends in the group? Okay, we call this a mixed set, okay? Female, male, mixed set. So let's start with a 2 set where there's a guy there, okay? A girl and a guy. Now, for that scenario there, okay, the same thing applies, okay? General rule, walk up, say hi to the girl first. But the way that I go about it, if there's a guy in there, you know, in order to, you know, not fall in those fluke scenarios where sometimes you'll say hi and the guy will just be very protective, you know, maybe it's her boyfriend or something, freak out, okay, especially if you live in maybe a smaller town where the mentality is a little bit more scarce, you know, it's like the only hot girl here, you might get the occasional, you know, confrontational guy, okay? So to kind of avoid that and kind of gauge where he's at emotionally, the way that I go about a mix set in terms of opening is I'll try to, you know, not really wait for a warm approach, but kind of get the girl to notice me first. Okay, so how do you do that? Usually if you're just like really in the zone, just by like walking by the girl, she'll kind of like stare. And as soon as she stares, put your hand out. Okay, she could either stare or just walk by, tap, tap, hand out. Okay, hand out, handshake, high five, whatever it is. You want to get her attention and then reach out. Now by doing that, 2 things could happen. Okay, one, is she'll reach out and grab your hand, shake your hand, or high five you back. Now if that happens, awesome. Okay, it kind of prevents the guy from freaking out. Why? Because she pretty much complied to you opening her. Okay, in his eyes, it could seem like you've known her from earlier in the night. It could, you know, seem like you're longtime friends because she grabbed your hand back. She went along with it. So him kind of going against you would be going against the girl. So he'll kind of sit there and be okay with it. So that's the best scenario that you could encounter. The other one is she just looks at you, kind of like, what are you doing? And you're like, take my hand. But even if that happens, don't worry. Okay, remember, your opener doesn't matter. Just keep on talking. You're not there to grab her hand. Okay, you're there to fuck her. But by her staring at you, and most likely the guy staring at you as well, you can kind of get a feel for where they're at. You can get a feel of like, okay, are they boyfriend, girlfriend? Are they just friends? Is this guy tensing up a little bit? Is he getting a little pissed off? Should I take a step back, take the pressure off a bit, or could I just walk up and say hi to the girl, maybe grab her, be physical? Maybe it seems like he doesn't know her and I could just ignore him. You kind of get a feel beforehand and you know how to proceed in that sense there.
Hi. You know how to party. The most awkward hi I've ever said in my life. Hi, what's your name?
Maria.
What's up, Julian? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Wait, come here, wait. Can I just 1 minute? 30 seconds, 2 seconds. Come.
Now, when talking to a mixed set, the first thing you want to do is to determine the relationship within the group. Okay, that means basically figuring out how the fuck they know each other. Okay, now when you do that, always try to ask the girl, okay, hey, how do you guys know each other? Okay, as soon as possible, and try to ask her in a way where the guy's kind of like out of the picture. Okay, because if you ask the guy what's going to happen, okay, they always lie. They're like, oh, well, that's my girlfriend, even though it's not. And if you ask the girl in front of the guy, sometimes she'll feel a little bit more pressured into lying because she's probably known him for longer. She doesn't want to seem like a slut. She doesn't want to step out of like that reality there. And you're like, oh, how do you guys know each other? And she looks at him and he's like, say it. She'll be like, oh, it's my boyfriend. Okay, and just like lie as well. So ultimately try to either kind of turn her away from the guy, get in close, like, oh, how do you guys know each other? And ask the girl. Now, there are 3 possible outcomes to this. Either this is my boyfriend. Okay, in that case, in general, I would just bounce off. Like, why waste time trying to steal a girl from her boyfriend? There's other hot girls around. Just, oh, well, nice meeting you. Have a great night. If you want to be a dick, though, you could proceed and kind of like role play that maybe you're her gay friend or like a little orbiter who takes her shopping. I do this sometimes, like, oh, tell him I'm your gay friend, or tell him, I'm your friend who takes you shopping, kind of playing on the inside joke that what's up with the orbiters, you're part of like that secret society. And if she role plays along, again, because she already, probably grabbed your hand and she complied to that and she's the one telling her boyfriend, like, this is my gay friend, even though you don't seem gay, it's pretty rare he's gonna be like, he's not gay, because again, going against you means now going against his girlfriend. So you can kind of do that and then try to like hide and get a number on the side. But in general, I would just bounce out.
You. Hi. Don't go, don't go. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Tell him I'm your gay friend, if anything.
Oh, my gay friend.
What's your name?
Anwar.
Focus.
This is my boyfriend.
Focus.
My gay friend Anwar.
Nice to meet you. Good. How are you?
Anwar.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
He's so gay. I've seen him take
Dildos up my ass every night, like a little hamster.
No, I swear. I like the hamsters.
No, just 2 minutes. I still need to catch up.
Like
2
in the
minutes.
butt.
2 minutes.
Like in the butt. Like
2 minutes. Come here. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
in the butt. Anwar,
Such
can
an
I put it
asshole,
in the
such an
butt?
asshole.
Can I put it in the butt?
Fuck you. What's your name?
Laura.
Tell me your number. I'll remember. I don't drink.
928
Okay.
4312.
Julian. I'll text you my number. Remember my name.
No. Don't take it in the butt when it's not lubricated.
Fine, girl.
Don't.
I hate you. Go. Just go. Just go.
There's my hot dogs.
And that's a number close.
Now, the other option is that the guy is a friend of hers. Like, oh, this is just a male friend, a guy from my social circle. Now, if it's a friend of hers, you can't be mean to him. Okay, there's this old school term called amogging the guy, like diss the guy, be more alpha than the guy, ignore the guy, just get him out of there. And if it's a friend, you really can't do that, okay? Why? Because she's known him for a lot longer than she's known you, okay? She cares a lot more about his opinion of her in terms of being a slut or not than yours, and it's pretty rare she's gonna go against a friend of hers, okay? No matter how much she likes you. So in that case, you have to win him over, okay? Now again, general theory for a group set, always do the bare minimum with the friends. Okay, so still treat him like that, like bare minimum. Just chat with him, be very positive, but still very breaking rapport, like still hold your ground. Like, oh, how's it going, man? Oh, cool, that's awesome, Chat, make sure he seems that you're cool, and then once you're good, bare minimum, don't get into these long little gay conversations. Okay, remember, he's not gonna suck your dick, she is. Back on the main girl. Now with guys, what you will notice is that although you can proceed all the way to bringing her home, the same as if it's like a female friend, you could even try to grab another girl for him, it's like occupy the guy, they will be a little bit more against you bringing the girl home. So because it's a mixed set, if it's just 2 of them, in a lot of scenarios, you might just want to get the number on the side and try to see her at another time when he's not around. Okay, so that is if the guy's a friend of hers. Now the third option, and this is the best option, is if she doesn't know the guy. It's a guy she just met. Okay, some random guy who approached her and wherever you met her. In that case, you can ignore him. Okay, you don't have to acknowledge him that much. You don't have to like win him over because she just met him and she doesn't really care about his opinion that much. Okay, now still ask the girl how they know each other because that guy will lie as well. But once you know, poof, on the girl. Okay, and ultimately the girl's gonna go for whoever reacts the least. Okay, so remember when you walk up to a girl, you set the rhythm, she has a certain rhythm and she adapts onto yours. When there's another guy there, it's ultimately who has the rhythm that everyone adapts onto. Okay, who is at the cause and then who is at the effect. Now the girl's gonna adapt on either you or the guy. So what you don't wanna fall into is ultimately going up, saying hi to the girl, and then the guy says something, you're like, oh, hey, and like react to him. Now, most guys react in a very confrontational way, like when the guy says, oh, what's your name, bro? He's like, oh, well, what's your name? Kind of trying to attack back. That's bad. Another way of reacting is in a very defensive way, like, oh, hey, sorry, I was just trying to say hi. Oh, hey, how's it going? You know, and kind of freak out that way. What you just want to do is just be very blasé. Like, oh, hey, how's it going? To the girl. Oh, hey, man. How's it going? Anyway, blah, blah, blah. And focus on talking to the girl and hope that the guy's gonna try to react and chime in the interaction, okay? Now, if he gets the girl's attention back, don't talk to the guy that much, okay? Because again, that's reactive, you know, trying to get her back. Talk to the girl in a way where you're commanding, okay? And this is a very important distinction to make. Basically, the difference between being commanding, okay, like ordering the girl around versus chasing. Okay, and this is like the perfect way of viewing it. If the guy gets the girl's attention, don't chase. Don't be like, oh, hey, look at me, look at me. Lead, okay? Order, command. Be like, hey, look at me. So anyway, so by the way, blah, 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 to the girl, and hoping that the guy will react, then lose value, and then she'll ultimately go for you, okay? And in those scenarios there, don't be afraid of just trying to drag her away from the guy. Be like, you know what? Come meet my friends, okay? Like bounce her out of there. You don't need to necessarily keep him around. Okay, so those are the three possible outcomes and how you should go about a two-set where there's a guy and a girl.
I have a beard. It's okay. It's not a rapist beard. A real man's beard. Who the fuck are you? What's your name? Tell your boyfriend I'm your friend.
Yeah.
Say it. Say he's just a friend who takes you shopping.
How you doing, man? Eric.
How's it going, man? Nice to meet you. Can I talk to you 2 minutes? Turn. 2 minutes. It's alright. I'm such an asshole. Boy.
Yeah, I just met him.
Now, if it's a group set, you know, that's mixed, where there's like guys and girls, and it's not just a girl and a guy, the same thing applies as if it's a girl with a bunch of girls, okay? It's like you don't have to acknowledge them that much. Again, they are self-sustained. But if there's guys in there, you will want to say hi to them at some point because they kind of always do feel like the boss. It's like, oh, well, we're not letting her leave with that guy, or they might get a little jealous. So you just want to say hi, hey, how's it going? Sometimes if they are a little bit like, oh, what are you doing talking to our girls? You're like, oh, I knew her through a friend of mine, you know, just saying hi, don't worry, just being very friendly. Just like, again, friendly, still commanding, and then back on the girl, okay? And the same with the two sets. Sometimes at the end, they will try to prevent the pull, but you don't need to worry as much about like winning them over, okay? It's like, oh, they're talking to the other girls in the group. It's all good. Focus on the main girl. Now, in terms of the dance floor, you know, like say a girl is there dancing in the middle like fucking crazy. How do you proceed then? Okay, well, if it's a dance floor, this is the way that I go about it, okay? Ultimately, you can go in the same as if she's just standing still or just, you know, hanging out with her friends somewhere, but you have to go in with matching or a little bit more intensity. Okay, now, understand when I say intensity, that doesn't necessarily mean energy, okay? And this is like an old school, you know, misconception where they're like, you know what, if she has massive energy on the dance floor, jumping up and down, you have to offer value. You know, you need to go in with the same energy or a little bit more. It's like, no. It's not about the energy, it's about the intensity. Now, what does that mean? Okay, you can go in and say there's a girl just really dancing her ass off, okay, like fucking crazy, massive intensity. Now, I can go in just very, very low energy and high intensity. Now, what does that look like? Hey, how's it going? No, no, no! What's your name? What's your name? Nice to meet you. Okay, what's low energy, low intensity? Oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, cool, nice to meet you. That's low intensity. Hey, how's it going? High intensity. Now I could also go in high energy and high intensity. That's like, oh, hey, what's up? How's it going? Oh, cool, nice to meet you. Yeah. Okay, there's still that depth to it. But I could also go in high energy, low intensity, like, oh, hey, what's up? Yay, nice to meet you. Yay. And that's not going to work. So it's not about the energy, it's about the intensity. okay? And if you are just very grounded, again, very purposeful and controlled, you can go up and just talk as if there's no music, and girls will get sucked into that reality and they'll stop dancing, okay? You'll be shocked by this. You'll see a girl literally dancing like crazy with her friends even. You just walk up like, hey, how's it going? I had to say hi. Okay, and especially if it's loud, you can kind of use that as an excuse to get in closer, you know, add some proximity, like get in, talk to her ear, like, hey, how's it going? And she'll just stop dancing. Okay, if there's that certainty and that depth to it. So don't worry about going up and just like dancing for hours next to the girl. Walk in, if you want to be high energy, you can, but just focus on the intensity. Open, you know, and start talking.
It's okay, I'm a homosexual. It doesn't count as sex, girl. Who the fuck are you?
I'm Natasha. Who are you?
Now realize that with the dance floor, you know, no girl's gonna want to spend 2 hours talking to some guy while being bumped into with loud music. Okay, so they'll stop and they'll talk to you for a little bit, but at some point they're like, listen, this is just not convenient, and they'll probably go back to dancing. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna open, hook, okay, the same principles apply, just again, fucking intensity, and once you've hooked the girl, okay, try to move her somewhere where you can actually get to work. Okay, it's like, you know what, it's too loud, it's too loud, come over here. Hey, come over here, come meet my friends. Don't embarrass me, but come meet my friends. Okay, and you can drag her to maybe the outside area of the club. You can drag her to the bar to get some water. You can drag her to the side. You just want to bring her somewhere where you can keep the interaction going. Go in, equal or higher intensity, hook the girl, and then move her somewhere where you can get to work. Don't just stay there in the middle of the dance floor.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Katie. Who are you?
Like Katy Perry. Where are you from?
Texas.
Oh my god. Dallas or Houston or...
Fort Worth. Dallas.
I've never seen you there. I've been there twice only, but still. You live here now?
Yeah.
Why, actress?
You can say that. I do adult films. So.
I have to go dance.
Okay, you go dance.
Don't even fight for me.
What?
Hey, come outside. Come now. 2 minutes. It's too loud. Don't fucking embarrass me. Oi!
Now, what if the girl is seated? Okay, you might encounter this if you go out and say the girl's sitting at a coffee shop, you know, like drinking coffee. She could be sitting out in a restaurant, maybe on the patio, maybe in a lounge, you know, like on a couch, maybe in a bar, like at a little table. What if she is sitting down? Now, if she's sitting down, again, the same general rule applies. Go up, open the main girl, and just start talking. Okay, like start talking, start setting the rhythm, start, you know, passing her tests and reaching that hook point. Now, you can do this while standing up. Okay, you don't need to be like, oh, sitting next to her, like kneeling down, but realize that after a certain amount of time, it starts getting a little weird. Okay, you start putting yourself in a position where you're less comfortable than the girl, and it kind of communicates that you're trying harder than she is, that you're reacting more than she is, and that you're not, again, in your own little reality, kind of like self-amusing. You're like, oh shit, it's like, I really need the girl to go through all this shit. So talk for a little bit, usually 2, 3, maybe 5 minutes max standing up, but then you want to put yourself in a position where you're either both standing up or both sitting down. Now, the best situation you'll encounter with a seated set is when the girl is sitting down and there is a free spot next to her. Okay, this could be on a couch where she's just sitting there and you can just pretty much just sit down like straight right next to her. It could be at a table, say she's eating at a restaurant, there's a free chair. And sometimes you can even create those opportunities for yourself. Okay, if she's sitting down, say at a bar, you can actually bring up a bar stool next to her. If she's sitting down at a table, you can bring up a chair and just sit down. Okay, so that would be the best scenario because now you're both sitting down. You can even say something funny like, oh, sorry I'm late, and just laugh it off. Poof, introduce yourself, purposeful, straight to the point. But that is good because you can just keep it going for a longer period of time. It's not going to be weird. It's not like you're spending 2 hours standing up and she's sitting down. You're both on the same level. Now, if there are no free spots next to her, you're going to want to get her to stand up. Okay, the best way to do that is just to walk up. Again, put your hand out. Okay, I call this the hand of God, if you want a funny little name for it, like your hand, you know, going through the clouds, like, come here, little one, you know, and just say hi to her that way. Now, if she complies and takes your hand, lift her up. Okay, you can be like, hey, stand up 1 second. No, I just want to see something. Stand up, 2 seconds, stand up, real fast, and get her to stand up, and then you can talk a bit, and because you're on the same level, it's more sustainable, and because you can keep that going for longer than you just standing up weirdly, then once there's a little bit more, rapport, a little bit more comfort, you can find a way to make it work where you're both sitting down. But you want to get her to stand up.
Hi. You.
Oh, he's in love.
True love. Stand up 2 seconds.
Dear God, what is this, an audition?
Britain, Essex.
What is happening? No, I'm not.
Oi, excuse me.
I don't want to walk.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Just one step. One step is all it counts. I saw you.
Now, if she doesn't stand up right off the bat, keep talking, try to get her to emotionally invest more, reach that sexual hook point, and then try again later. Okay, the no in that case just means not yet.
Did your husband come out with your hat? Did your husband go to bed too? Come on now, always goes to bed. Always. No.
You. Oi. Hi. Hi. Hello. Good. Stand up 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Stand up 2 seconds. It's okay.
Are you from Australia?
Brisbane.
Oh, hello, I'm
Bris Vegas.
I haven't lived in Australia for 16 years.
Cheers.
How do you do? Are you Australian or no?
Yeah, Bris Vegas.
Brisbane.
Bris Vegas. Either way. Hello. I saw you.
You did?
And I had to say hello.
So if the girl is walking, like she's walking down the street towards you, she might be walking through the venue, how do you proceed? Basically, when dealing with a walking set, there are 2 ways of opening the girl. One is what I like to call the hard stop. The other is what I like to call the slow play. Now, the hard stop is if the girl's walking, you just stop her. You're like, hey, what's up? And you try to stop her then and there. Okay, if she's walking towards you, stop. If she's walking, say you're in a bar, you're leaning against the bar, she's walking here, stop. Okay, you just, bam, off the bat, stop what the fuck you're doing, say hello.
Excuse me, woman. Stop walking.
What?
Hi.
Hi.
Don't go to Crunch. Are you going to Crunch?
Yeah.
Don't ever fucking go there.
Why?
I love you.
The slow play is instead of stopping her then and there, you walk with her, you start talking, you start setting the rhythm, getting her to react to you, and you stop her later on. Okay, so if the girl's walking down the street, you say hi and you just keep walking with her.
Don't cross. Excuse me. Don't ever cross. Stay here now. No, wait. Don't cross for 2 minutes. Are you Brazilian?
No.
Where?
Canada.
Toronto or Vancouver?
Neither. There's other cities.
Ottawa?
It's in Alberta.
I go to Queens.
Oh, really?
No. But I always wish I was from Ottawa.
Oh, do you? I've
Yeah.
never been there, so I would.
Gay. Where are you from? Yukon territory?
Alberta. It's
Really?
right next to BC.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
How old do you think I am?
28. How old are you, actually?
Now, most guys will try to go for the hard stop. Okay, they're like, stop now, stop now, stop now. But what you have to realize is with the hard stop, okay, although it's a very powerful open and the girl will be like, oh my God, this is amazing if it works, the percentage of it working is very low. Okay, and most girls will just keep on walking. So if you're just trying for the hard stop, you're losing out on a lot of opportunity. So the way that I would recommend going about a walking set is try for the hard stop. Like, why not try? Be like, hey, what's up? And try to stop her. But as soon as you sense she's gonna keep on walking, quickly change courses of action. Okay, don't just be like, no, hard stop, hard stop. Change courses of action and walk with her. Okay, because basically a hard stop, okay, the girl doesn't know much about you. Okay, if a girl's walking down the street, I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm Julian. What sample of my personality am I giving her? Hey, what's up? I'm Julian. Is that much to go off of to see that I'm sex-worthy? Not necessarily. Some girls will see it. They'll be like, oh shit, hey, Julian, like, what's up? But a lot of girls, it's just not enough. So remember, you have to create that opportunity for them to see that you're sex-worthy, and oftentimes you need more time and more of you just setting the rhythm, getting her to react to you for her to see it. So if she doesn't see it off the hard stop, walk with her. Okay, now if you walk with her, lower your time of reaction. Okay, make it happen fast. Don't be like, oh, like too slow. And turn very fast so you're either in front of her. If she's like, say she's walking, I'm like, hey, stop. She keeps walking, I'll turn so I'm in front of her talking, or side by side. Okay, I don't try to let her pass. Now if she passes you and you're like kind of running after her, don't freak out, you can still make it work, but it's better to, just make it a little bit more smooth. And don't make it seem like you're also sad about it. It's not like, oh shit, I'm going for the hard stop. Okay, it should always seem like it's part of the plan. Whatever happens, it's part of the plan. Like you did that on purpose. Hey, stop. So anyways, I was saying, and just keep on walking like that. Okay, so try for the hard stop, go for the slow play, and when you're slow playing it, again, bounce around different topics, different emotions, give her that bigger sample so that later on, when she knows that you're sex-worthy and she's invested more in the interaction, by maybe talking back a little bit, emotionally reacting to you, she'll be more willing to comply and she'll stop then. Okay, you don't have to game the girl where you open her.
Excuse me, Italian? Woman, stop 1 second. Now, are you Italian?
No.
How does it feel to be stopped? Where are you from?
Finland.
Oh, where to? Rakas. Stay with me 2 minutes.
No.
No, trust me, I'm Swedish.
Oh yeah.
Svenska.
Svenska,
Göteborg.
svenska.
Yo, yo.
Ja,
And
ja.
now you stop because I'm Swedish. No, stay 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Rakas. What is it? How do you say it? Koira.
Koira.
See, I got this. Koira. Stay here. No, trust me. Señorita, 2 minutes. 2 minutes now.
So those are the most common scenarios that you'll encounter, in terms of cold approaching women, the girl with her female friend, a two-set, the girl with a big group of female friends, the girl with her male friend, like a mixed set, the girl with a bigger group of male and female friends, a girl who's in the middle of the dance floor, like shaking her little booty off, a girl who's sitting at a table or sitting on a couch, and the girl who's walking down the street or just simply walking somewhere. Now you know exactly how to proceed, each particular scenario, and keep this in mind when applying everything that you learned in terms of opening, being physical, hooking, and passing tests.